And before we begin today, as always, it is time for a patron shout out. OMG, the excitement is real. So today, our shout out goes to Emily with two Y's. We want to say thank you very much for supporting us over on Patreon, being very kind, always liking our posts, commenting and commenting on our videos and all sorts. We really appreciate it. And just thank you so much. And we hope that you stay with us for as long as you possibly want to and you're not tired of all of us, which probably, yeah, just me, basically.
Yeah,
like, I hope you stay
should
longer
just
than
end it, George.
Yeah, I think I hope you stay longer than my hairline did. That's what I hope for. So thank you so much.
Welcome to the Horror Hour.
We all go a little mad sometimes. Get you. Here's Johnny.
Hello and welcome back to the Horror Hour, the place where we discuss, debate, and disagree on all things horror. I'm one of your hosts, George, and today I'm joined by my fellow co-hosts. We have Yutaka.
Hello.
We have Liam.
Hi.
And we have David.
Hello, everybody. I'm just excited to be here. I was picking the scabs in my asshole, and I couldn't wait to be here. So, yeah.
And which one of those activities was more exciting, the scabs or today?
Well, once they start bleeding, I just think of you guys, and then I just come incessantly. So, yeah. And then and it looks like Cocoa Puffs. Oh.
Okay, we haven't even got past the 30-second mark yet. Hello, everyone. Damn. But today, guys, if you hadn't already told by the title, we are going to be doing something, of course, voted by our patrons. This week's topic is hidden gems on Shudder. Now, you'll know over the years, but we've been doing this a year and a bit. Over the year and a bit, you'll know that we love Shudder over here. It's just, if you're a huge horror fan, it is the perfect thing that's ever been invented. There's so much on there that sometimes it's like overfacing. So hopefully today we can give you a couple of things that you can search out for, some hidden gems on there that you can go to and hopefully you can enjoy. I mean, it all depends. We all have very different ideas on our types of films. So
not sponsored by the way.
Not sponsored by Shudder. But if we used to keep thinking if we kept saying the name long enough, maybe they would.
Well, they also know that you don't really watch their service, George.
Excuse me, I do watch their service, as you'll be able to tell by the films that I have here. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Yutaka.
Let's start with Yutaka, who obviously watches their service 24 hours a day, apparently, and doesn't stop. So, Yutaka, what's one of your hidden gems for us on Shudder?
Why do I feel like the Scream 3 clip just happened? Oh, awful. Anyways, so I chose
I'm lost.
They all were too. So I chose one that I thought would be kind of fun, and in the vein of Evil Dead, since somebody had just watched Evil Dead, but this is kind of unhinged because it is the Japanese version, and it's called Evil Dead Trap. And it's about a late night TV presenter who receives a snuff tape. Already, sounds great. In which a woman is brutally killed. So she decides to take her crew out on the location so she could, videotape it, investigate, and also get her views up. So that feels very relatable now. We're waiting on George's
Wait a minute. Back up. Late night TV, what?
Presenter.
Oh, I'm okay. Gotcha. Thank you, Cam. I thought you said prisoner. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. No. What are you watching?
Wow, and you don't want to after hours.
I thought you said prisoner as well. I was
like, wait a minute.
I just went with it.
I was like, this is a very liberal prison.
Yeah. So it's basically, they're in the I want to say they end up eventually in like a Japanese countryside, and they find this like old military base, and so they're just exploring, and it's so outrageous. The kills are kind of fun, and it's just a wacky story, and it's a good time. And it's from 1988, so it's got those like campy. Yes. And you know something's gonna happen because you hear like the xylophone music.
And
Oh,
God bless.
yeah.
as a Caucasian with a deep affection for Japanese culture, I bet you really appreciated it, Yutaka.
Absolutely. We're trying to better ourselves here because, Liam just, we remember what face he showed up in.
Oh my
But that's my pick, Evil Dead Trap. Go check it out.
It's still in his nails. Anyways, but
God. That's just to hide the stains from fingering you.
well, that wouldn't be black. It would be like green
Brown.
with
That's why it's
green. Yeah,
Yeah,
like when
it's
dog
moldy.
poo turns white. Yeah.
oh
Too much information. But thank you, Yutaka, for that one. Go on then, Liam. Let's hear one of yours.
So for my pick, I've tried to pick all Shudder originals.
Mm-hmm.
So because some people might not have seen them. So I went with the one that that me and Yutaka have been screaming about for months now, which is Revealer. It is about a
I don't even know her.
well, you will if you watch it.
All right. Tell me about it.
So
There
it is
she
about. Oh,
is.
there we go. There is the cassette for the soundtrack that Miss Yutaka is holding up there. Miss.
Oh, wait.
Month,
The influencer do? No, just
That's the one.
Miss Michigan 98 there. Thank you for that. So Revealer it's like just like a really fun, campy 80s. It's like obviously it was done now, but it's set in the 80s. About a peep show booth worker.
It'd still be like a sex worker in a sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
like a private dancer.
she strips.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's
all right,
she's a
Tina
private
Turner.
dancer in her own booth.
Still thinking
and
of that scene too.
oh my god, it's such a good scene, isn't it? There's just this amazing scene of her dancing in the booth for no one. She's just entertaining herself, waiting for people to come in. And oh my god, it is so hot. So hot. But yes, it's about her and a Christian activist who get
George.
locked. Yeah. Get locked in the peep show booths while the apocalypse is happening outside of the peep show. And then nothing else can be said about it because everything else is a spoiler.
Gosh, you always do such a great job selling these films, Liam.
I know. But yeah, it's just so campy. It's like all neon lights. Really good 80s synth music.
That
Oh my
soundtrack
God.
is like it's not like prom night level because this is more rock, but oh my god, this soundtrack is really good. And it cannot be said how much like the actress who plays the main, or is it, oh, why am I blanking on the name now? I'm pulling a Liam. Either way, so Kato is an actual burlesque performer by the name of Helena Handbasket. And she actually, when you see this film, she did that entire sequence. Like that was her. And it is sexy. It is hot. And it's so liberating. I loved it. Like
was
this
Sharon
scene.
Christina there?
I wish.
I mean, that movie turns me out, bitch.
Oh, that's a great film. But no, Revealer is great. And if you haven't already, guys, you can check out reviews from Liam and Yutaka on our channel, as well as interviews with the cast from Revealer. So you can watch it and then come back and get all the goodies here on the Horror Hour.
And the writer directors.
Speaking of soundtracks, I recently saw, it's not on my list, but I just had to mention the soundtrack. Have y'all seen Demons 2?
Yes.
No.
That soundtrack is, I added a few songs because I was watching it a couple days ago and I was like, that soundtrack is fabulous. It's so good. It's so 80s. I was like, oh my god. Oh, I live for that shit. But anyways, just had to mention.
before I forget, though, we will actually have Kato back on the show because Kato, myself, and Liam are going to actually review another Shudder original, A Wounded Fawn, which
I can never follow that diet.
Oh.
No,
that never works for me.
You do meat only, right?
Well,
all the meat he does.
I don't have to give up all meat.
Oh.
Okay, Liam, any more to say on Revila? Or just
I feel like it's all been said, so we are good to go.
Okie dokie. Well, let's move over to David then. David, tell us, what hidden gems have you got other than the ones we already know about?
I mean, I have one that's like that should be obvious, and it's Elvira's Haunted Hills. I mean, when I saw that this came out, y'all don't understand. There were years where I was trying to find this movie online, and I could not for the life of me. Like I was like, this ain't right, because the poster. Let me tell you, Elvira, like Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, is one of my ultimate movies. So when I finally got to see, I saw it like when I was in high school for the first time, and oh my god, y'all, it is so like it is unhinged. It is sexy. She's dancing, she's twirling, she's oh my god. But I forgot her name, her maid, her assistant, she is fucking hilarious, because she is just like the begin. It just starts off nasty and like all that stuff, like when they're staying at the hostel and they're like, you have to pay for your thing, and he's like, the man's asking for his money, and it's like, honey, if a man is asking me to stay in his room, he better be paying me. So it's like it starts off like ridiculous. It's unhinged. It's set like in a castle, so it's very like Dracula-ish. It's not Dracula, but it's very Dracula-ish, and it's like hidden rooms, and it's just like her being silly and it's so much fun, y'all. If you love Elvira, please do your favorite before they take it off, or if they ever take it off, because it is one of the best. It's such a good sequel.
It
so
is
good.
And it's Elvira. I mean,
and it's even a little bit naughtier than the first one, because she's like, you can feel she was a little bit more. She had a bit more control over the writing and all that stuff. Because she made, I think if I'm not mistaken, she paid for that movie herself. Like
really, I think so.
Yeah, so it was like crazy, and she's still
so. Oh wow!
Do you prefer it to the original, or do you still prefer the original?
I like it just as much.
Good answer.
That's a good answer.
I do. No, I really do though, because they both have so many good things, and it's so sexy. And there's one that she's talking to the guy, and the guy's talking like in a different language. Like, you know, the one you're seeing those, you know, those movies when like the Kung Fu and all that stuff, when they're like talking in this, and he's just talking, and she's like looking at the camera, looking, and she's like, what the fuck? Like, it's so campy. It's so ridiculous. It's so stupid. I love it. I can't.
I hope she. Do you think she'll ever do anything else anymore with Shudder? She's got to do something.
I mean, she did. She did the horror. Oh my god, what's it called? Not movie macabre, but it's like
She had her 40th anniversary, I think, and then also was on Joe Bob Briggs' show. I mean, I don't see that partnership ever ending.
It's so perfect that it just.
I mean,
have you seen this film?
I've seen both the Elvira films. Yeah, that's one of the very few, because one of my friends was obsessed when I was younger. You got to watch these films. I actually really enjoyed them. I think she's great.
Okay, good.
And it was done in the early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken. And it has such a like 2000.
I think so.
Oh damn,
2001.
It has such a it still has like that 80s feel to it for some reason, but I don't know why. But and it's set in a castle, and it's like so sexy. She's taking a bath, and she's like, oh my god, the titties are.
She's got great tits.
Have mercy, it's so good. So you do yourself a favor and watch it, and then you'll understand my sense of humor if you haven't seen any of the Elvira movies. Because, come on. And also, I was rewatching some of the Vampira things on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I forget how much I absorb shit, because she really. Watching her as a kid. Oh my god, when she walks, she has the same intro like to Movie Macabre.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are on YouTube, by the way, and it's like she walks and it's like the waist is like this, and the hips, and then she just glides to the front to the screen and just screams like literally like all hell's about to break loose. Oh my god, and she's so sexy with it. She's just like, oh my god. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. It's sexual. sick. I come dripping down the frames. Oh,
I mean, if that isn't a review for you guys, I don't know.
Sexy.
I don't know what is. There we go. Okay, there we go. Elvira, guys, type it in if you haven't watched it already, but I'm sure
Elvira's Haunted Hills. Yes.
There we go. Magic. Okay, well, I'll go for one of mine then. So this is a 2016 French movie called Therapy. And basically, this film is about two police officers that find this footage of 5 tourists being hunted in an abandoned building. And then they don't really know what's going on. So they use that footage to try and guide them through the investigation. It's crazy. I really enjoy it. I don't want to say too much about it without giving stuff away, but it is found footage. But it's a great. There's so much great non-English found footage out there that I don't think gets enough credit, and this is one of them that I really enjoy, and I'm surprised there hasn't been. There probably will be. I don't want to jinx it. An English version remake. But it's very good, and I think everyone here would appreciate it because the men's in that film, I mean, they're French, so just
uncircumcised.
Well, that yeah.
Two French bears?
No, it's them. Yeah, it's actually the original film. But no,
I'm sorry, Yutaka's so far away that he looks like he's in like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's like it's just so funny to see that. Like you us three, and then you have Yutaka's.
No, could get in your face, but
Augustus Gloop. Okay, sorry.
But nobody wants to fall into these pores.
But yeah, Therapy, it's a really good film, and it's like 90 minutes. In fact, all of these films have got a less than 90 minutes. So because I love a short film, because my attention span has derived, just like my hair span, it's gone very short. So yes, that will be mine. Moving on back to Mr. Yutaka, let's have another one from you.
Miss Fellatio.
Oh. Here she comes. No. So I chose one that okay, so I saw there was an article about this too, because I chose one that is kind of like about a very I wouldn't say psychotic woman, but she's unhinged, okay? And it's called The Stylist. Something I probably need because I take too much from George. Anyways. Yeah.
Excuse me? Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah. So basically, the story is a lonely hairstylist becomes obsessed with the lives of her clients, and she kind of descends into murderous madness. I mean, the opening, it is sexy but fucked up. She's like setting up the salon, and she's getting ready, and she's got like a private client. She's just helping them out, washing, cutting, and then she scalps them.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then you find out she's got like in her basement all these different mannequin heads with different scalps. Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's like remember the Halle Berry movie?
Oh no, I was gonna say Return to Oz.
Yeah, with Halle Berry.
The Call.
I would have also said Return to Oz.
Remember when he put it, took it from
the fridge. Yeah.
Oh. So this is kind of, I mean, nobody gets kidnapped in a sense, but it's kind of like that. And so the story
it also helps that we've now found a solution for George.
Oh, that's actually very true.
Yeah.
I'll have to hook you up. It also kind of, the other part of the story is that she's also kind of getting back into her friend groups. One of them's getting married. And then so she just starts like kind of, again, descending into that madness because, you know, maybe losing your friend or people think she's weird. Kind of is, but I still love it. And yeah, it's fabulous. And like the cover, I do love the cover because it is just a mannequin head with a wig or with somebody's scalp and like blood coming down.
Shaking.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. It is really good. And it is on Shudder, and I would highly recommend it. And I will butcher the director's last name, but it's Jill Gavarzian. I'm so sorry.
At least you try Yutaka.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So I would suggest that. It's really good. And stars Bria Grant, and I adore her. So just, you know.
There we go. Thank you. Okay, Liam, after you finished bending down for most of Yutaka's segment, do you want to maybe...
Yeah, I saw that rude fucker.
I thought you had a stroke, but that...
I bent down for most of yours as well, so it's fine.
Oh.
As you can see, I've had a headset change.
Oh,
My headphones were dying. So I had to quickly swap them, and I've had to plug them ones in so that I can get back.
that's
All
fair.
right. That's for the life story. Just your next one, please.
I think someone who's walking around with that on their upper lip needs not talk and judge people. It looks like some hair from a salon floors just went onto your face.
Girl.
Try something different, guys, and just shot down by these men. Anyway, go on.
Where the fuck did I come in this?
I just you're just an accomplice.
So my next pick is another Shudder original. This one is called The Seed.
You'd love The Seed, David.
You wouldn't want George's seed.
Oh. The free clinic is closed for the weekend, so I don't have time for that shit.
Yeah, but you can have this seed because it's not.
Oh, then give it to me.
It's not man seed. So it is.
Golly gee willikers.
So this is the story of 3 social media influencers who drive out to a very lovely home in the desert of somewhere.
Large house.
The home, sumptuous, beautiful, modern, has a pool. I'm in.
There must be a bar.
So there is.
That's why.
So it is. They go out for to watch a meteor shower, and then like some like weird thing lands in the garden. What is this weird thing? But yeah, so it's about influencers, aliens, and
You're almost there.
psychedelics. We'll go with that.
Are you on psychedelics?
It's so weird. Most
Right?
of the time, yes.
Okay.
It is a very trippy movie. I will also agree with Liam. We had a blast watching it. I think that was when we. Oh God, I'm gonna have to mention this movie. It's when we like Liam and I had screeners for 4 films and we watched them all in a weekend. And one of them was The Bunker Game. Jesus. And so we needed a pick-me-up. And The Seed, it was giving us everything. It's sexy, it's funny.
The lead in it. Well, she's not really the lead. She's the one that's on the poster. But she's one of the trio. And I swear to God, if she is not just a clone of the person, what's she called? The one from the Parent, another Parent Trap, the Lindsay Lohan.
Oh no!
Yeah, yeah. What's she called? The one that comes in and says she's going to ship them off to boarding school.
The fiance.
The fiance, yeah.
Anne Hathaway.
Girl, now you're just throwing out names.
Oh well, anyway,
we get it.
If you remember the fiance,
it's
from
Elaine
the Parent
Hendricks.
Trap.
Good lord.
Yes, there we go.
She was on the new Dynasty.
Yes.
Yeah. She is the spitting double of that woman. Like, you cannot tell me they are 2 different people. If it wasn't for the fact that they're like 20 years apart in age. Like, it's just so weird. Yeah.
It's giving me what's her name from Twin Peaks?
Oh, okay.
Oh, so when he says what's her name, it's fine.
But I don't actually know that actress's name, but I know who he's referring to. You couldn't even say the word fiance. There's a difference.
Oh, fuck off.
Wait a minute, what's her name? I love Twin Peaks. Have y'all seen Twin Peaks?
Not in a long time, but yes.
Oh my God, it's my top 5. It's my top.
That was David Fincher, right?
Yeah. Yes. David Lynch.
Yeah. David Lynch. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh my God. But Machen,
still a David.
She has a weird name. I've never understood.
Machen. Oh, the one who's in also Riverdale. Yeah.
Sure.
She plays a mom in Riverdale.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I know who you mean now. Okay. So yes, The Seed it's great. It's very camp. It's colourful.
Yeah.
And it gives like Mean Girls on acid.
I sense false advertisement.
Well, why didn't you check it out on Shudder and then you can find out
David.
for yourself? sir.
Yeah.
Let's hear your advertising for your next pick, then, please.
Oh my goodness, I sense hostility. And
Coming for us when you fucking sat there dressed like Michael Jackson, I feel very attacked.
I love children. Okay, anyways. Anyways. Mine is one that traumatized
Allegedly.
me. That's this one traumatized me, and it shocks me that not enough people talk about this one, and we've talked about this before. Is Anything for Jackson?
Oh my god.
I literally, there was just a comment, and they was like, "Yeah, you should watch this movie. It's on Shudder." I was like, "Okay, cute." Mama, the bitch is about to pop. Nana and Grandpa want the baby, but they want the baby that died. And so they start doing exorcisms, and then they open the gates of hell, and all hell breaks loose. And then we see bitches with their teeth falling out.
Oh, that scene.
That's sick. That's sick. That's sick. Because you hear it. And she's like to the gum, and all you hear is and then there's one that's like voguing on the floor, and he's like biting her. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my god. That is crazy. But this movie's so good because it's like it starts off unhinged, because she starts off. I'm not spoiling it. Well, kind of, but it's just like she just walks in and they bash her ass, and then they take her to the basement and they lock her up. That is crazy. Just because they wanted to bring back the grandson that's dead. Girl, please get a dog or something. Like, that's crazy. But they have what they got coming. And then the redhead. Have you seen the redhead?
Yeah.
Oh my god, honey, when that wig came off, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. Yeah. That was crazy though. And there's so many nasty scenes when he bites the stomach. Oh my god, that is nasty. That's nasty. Oh, Machine Gun Kelly with oh my god. Oh my god, that movie was
George's
sick.
future husband. Yeah.
Have mercy.
Oh.
You can't judge.
Clean the needles. Anyways, the point is, this movie was so good, but it's not something that I would watch on a regular basis. But it's like, if you love horror, you would eat this up. So good.
And you can check out David's reaction on his
It's
channel.
not talked about enough. Yeah, I'm shocked, especially how people like that nasty shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never heard of it until I saw your reaction. I was like, it's a good movie, because I was just like,
I'm shocked because you watch everything.
I know. I was so upset. I failed, but it was.
Or maybe if you took a break from Terrifier 2, maybe you could. Make
Yeah,
some space
you guys, I have become like George and Scream. That has become me and Terrifier 2.
Jesus.
It's a disease.
Well, no, because I still do venture out. So, but yeah,
like we can't say that anymore. The poor Ben has been bullied and traumatized and beat down, and is being forced into watching these things by us. So,
Yeah,
he's dating Austin Wolf. Oh, I'm so okay. Sorry. No,
yes.
sorry.
No, but I've got to sit through 2 Charlie's Angels films, apparently. I mean, God help me. Like, Jesus.
You better watch your fucking mouth.
absolutely about to knock your ass out.
And
I love
apparently
how I found a loophole for that, and I was like, well, they won.
Yeah, I know. Nobody told me that now, and it's not even the one with Kristen Stewart in, apparently. So I don't even know.
Count your blessings. Anyways,
Right? This
You
fucker.
stop it. They did well.
Stop it.
Leave little Kristen Stewart and Ella Balinska alone.
No.
Anyway, sorry guys. Tangent then. Okay, so yes, that's a good film. And if you haven't, go and check out David's reaction on his channel, because it's quite funny, because it is slightly rather unhinged.
It's
movie.
the teeth. It's the teeth for me.
Yeah, I hate stuff
like that. Oh my god.
Have mercy.
Not a vibe. Okay, I'll go to my next one then. This is similar lines to Mr. Liam. It's called UFO Abduction, aka the McPherson tape. This is 1989. Baby, this movie is 60 minutes and you're done. It's gorgeous. Yes. So it's basically set, a family is celebrating the birthday of they've got a little girl who's like 5. They're celebrating her birthday. And there's a power outage at the house. And they're like, oh shit, let's get the candles. Let's light it up. And they're trying to find the source of the power outage. And then they step outside and they're like, what is a power outage? Why are there lights like in the field down there? Only to find out that aliens have landed and are coming to them quite quickly.
Among Us.
It's a great film. It's an early found footage film. They did actually do a remake. I actually watched the remake, which I think was 1998, maybe.
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, so that was by the original guy who did this one, but the original was so popular because, again, obviously it was one of the first of its kind. It was even before, obviously, the Blair Witch, but it wasn't the first. And then they remade it with a bigger budget, and it was called Alien Abduction Instant in Lake City, or at Lake City. So they're both really good. The second one, I have to say, if you're not a fan of like unclear, like the footage quality of this one is like, you need to be prepared to be like, because it's shaky, it's like 180p. It really is, but it's a great film.
I was gonna say Michael J. Fox, but yeah, no.
Oh, who's the one in the wheelchair who's Superman?
Christopher Reeve.
No, is he?
He did.
He's dead.
Have you been under a rock? Yes, he's dead.
You are joking.
Another one?
Anyway, sorry. But yes, UFO Abduction, the McPherson tape. It's great. 60 minutes and you're done. So you can sit in bed. It's just great. And I really enjoy it. It's silly. It's funny, and it's great acting. It's quite a lot of people, because again, it was before Blair Witch kind of like did amazing, but then blew the lid off the whole idea of found footage. So people, it's a great film. I'd recommend it. As I say, short, sweet, and a lot of fun. And I love alien films.
Thank you, Yutaka.
Yeah. Exactly. And like Yutaka, I love alien films. So, I mean, like, I love Yutaka and love alien films. And I wish we'd have more alien abduction films.
They're racially motivated?
No.
Well, it didn't come from Liam, so no.
Oh my God. George was the one that said the things about Latinos, not me.
I didn't say anything.
Roll back the footage. Roll back.
Can we have like a black and white grey flashback?
Yeah, to nothing. Because I didn't say anything. Anyway.
There's no place like home. There's no place.
So yes, that would be my second choice. So Yutaka, have you got another one for us?
Oh yes, I saved my favorite one for last because we don't talk about Dario Argento enough on here at times. And this film is sexy. It was when did this come out? 1982. So before me, actually. Oh my God.
What?
Right? Yeah, I know. I know.
You said 1982, not 1882.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I'm BC over here. But anyways. But yeah, no. So it's an American. It's called Tenebrae, and it's an American writer in Rome is stalked and harassed by a serial killer. I'm already in with that. Who is murdering everyone associated with his work on his latest book. Now, it's Argento, so it's going to be colorful. The kills are just going to be unhinged. But it's also kind of, the soundtrack is total synth, it is great. Yes, this soundtrack will give you your fucking life. But my favorite thing though is it's so there's some campy moments. Like obviously there's a scene with two lesbians and their death scene is just iconic. Yeah.
Lesbian.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm a huge fan of this film. I can watch it over and over. It's got some twists in it. And it's got some really high-looking Italian men, so bonus. And actually, the women are very sexy, too. Everyone loves the lesbians because you see boobs. So another bonus for y'all. But honestly, it's the score, and and of course, it's got everyone's favorite Elm Street dad. It's got John Saxon in it. And I adore him. So yeah, I would say Tenebrae. It's so good, and actually, Shudder has a lot of Argento's works, but that one is
top tier.
Oof, as David would say, oof, it's got me feeling pussy, a cunt. Doesn't sound right coming from me, y'all. I try, but that's but when I see this film, I feel like it gives me everything. I love it.
That was on them episodes of Drag Race where they bring the fathers in and stuff, and the dad's trying to be all yeah, I support you, and you can clearly tell the dad's being held at gunpoint to the screen to say that to support their gay chat.
I killed Judy Garland. No.
Oh my God. Have mercy. I forgive you.
Dave, there was a gentleman on your show. Dave.
Have
Yes.
mercy.
Oh, so good, so
Have
good.
mercy.
Well, thank you. Okay, go on,
You're
Liam.
okay. So for my final pick,
Mhm.
I decided to go different. And I went with a series.
Okay.
It is a Shudder original series. It also isn't dramatic. It is a documentary. And I went with Queer for Fear.
Mhm.
Oh.
So it is a 4 episode run of by Brian Fuller, who did Hannibal. Just looking at the different aspects of
You good?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Hannibal.
Oh.
All right, Army.
But look,
looking at
Nick's
different
gonna kill me, but Mr. Dancy can go. I want Hannibal.
I told him.
Uh-oh.
I told him this. I'm like, there's something about Hannibal, bitch. That there is something. But for me, I saw him when I saw him in Bond. I was like, oh, there's something about this man.
Yeah.
When a man swinging a rope, a man's balls. You got me, bitch. Yeah.
It is good.
Continue, John. Anyway.
Yes. So now that we've stayed away from sexual fantasies, we'll go back to queer culture.
One and the same. Go on.
Yeah, exactly. But still, yes.
And they talk about that in the documentary. Sorry.
They do. It's all about queer influence within the horror community, where we get our influence from, how possible queer culture influenced the source material originally. Just basically showing how everything's interwoven and things like that. And it's got an amazing cast of like everyone from the queer community is in it. Talking about
Wasn't Misha in there?
What
Misha did some interviews. Yeah, they were in it.
Yeah.
Jasmine Savoy Brown.
Yes. And then they had Alaska Thunderfuck 5000 and Benjamin Cram, who the artwork for it. So that was fun. But yeah, it was so nice to see how queer culture has always been there and all that shit. So it's a good watch.
It is. It's a quick watch too. And you learn something. Like I learned so much in terms of, Mary Shelley, Nosferatu. I should have known Nosferatu. We were like best buds, apparently. But can we also, though, because I guess I've been on a soundtrack, can we talk about the opening music though, Liam? Wasn't that
very good?
Oh, gave me what I needed.
And horror is so gay. The gays just love horror. Obviously not. Obviously a blanket statement, but gays just eat horror up. Like, how could you not deny?
We live for trauma.
Trauma. We love seeing
trauma, generational trauma.
We practically make it our entire personality.
But most of the thing is just like also when there's like a woman at the helm of a horror movie, gays just eat that shit up.
I can.
No idea what you mean.
I'm gonna plug a couple movies then at the end.
At the end, yeah, we've got our recommendations to do. Don't worry. Okay, well, thank you, Liam, for that one. So a series there, one, bit of a twist.
Yes, so please go watch it though, because I want a second series of it. So
there you go. Liam's told you, so do it.
There's more to explore, and I want it.
Okay. Well, David,
like people in George's ass.
Let us out! Let us out!
Help! Help!
That scene from Clue. Let us in! Let us in! Let us out!
Yes.
David, go on then.
Oh my god! Well, Liam went gay. I went straight. So this one is also a documentary. Is Scream Queen? From like, let me tell you something. I love Nightmare on Elm Street 2. I know it's not the most popular, the most beloved one. I know people love 3. I love 3 too. But I remember watching it, and for me, it was the dance scene in his bedroom. When I felt my entire fantasy, because that's me. That's me every weekend, and that's so. What? So when I found out that there was going to be a documentary about him and Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and everything that went behind that movie and all that stuff, when I've seen this documentary twice and I've cried twice. It is so like it's not sad, but it's sad when you think about it because obviously there's like oh my god, and it's just like you learn so much about it and everything that happened back when like his career was basically just he was just had enough of everything and his career was basically over and everybody was dropping dead, AIDS left and right, and it's like oh my god, and he just went to Mexico if I'm not mistaken with yeah, and he oh my god, and when he came back and doing the what's it called, the horror conventions and all that stuff, and oh that was there's a scene when he meets Robert Englund. I forgot yeah. And oh my god, that was so nice to see and all that stuff, and just him everybody getting together with the cast. And I forgot her name, but I really for the longest time I thought that was Meryl Streep's daughter.
Oh yeah, she looks like it. Oh god, I think her name's Kim. Oh gosh, but yeah, she like her facial structure, like yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, but oh fuck, wait a minute, it's
Kim Myers.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, that was so good. And I used to have a crush on everybody in this movie. Like, what's his name? Robert Russler and Mark Patton. Oof. Both of them were so cute. Oh my god. Like, I used to have the biggest crush on both.
Mark Patton is kind of having his own little resurgence, popping up in a lot of indie horror films, and so that's really exciting to see.
As he should.
Like, really,
the one we got to see the other day was so good.
And you know what? I bet David would love it. It's called Swallowed.
Yes.
Well, I don't do that anymore.
Sorry, only it's called Spit.
Only for Nicocado.
Well, I mean, they put there's fisting in it, so it is for you.
Oh, no wonder Liam liked it. Yeah. Anyways, but the point is, this is
such a good
documentary. Yeah, it's really good. It's like.
It is a good one.
If you want to learn about everything that went behind the scenes and how they're still like, we didn't know this was a gay movie. I'm like, girl. Mama. I don't know what script you were reading, honey. Girl going into leather bars and spanking naked men on the girl bye. But yeah, no, that was so good. And just seeing him, I feel like it's a good education for like horror fans, even if you don't like Nightmare on Elm Street 2. It's really good because you can like see what the fuck he had to go through because of that movie.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's too much. Have mercy. Crazy.
Yeah. But some money. Yeah, I think Shudder's getting all 7 of the Elm Street films eventually.
Really?
Either next month, I believe.
Ooh. But when is Freddy versus Jason coming on? That's what I want to know.
Never.
Yeah.
That's my shit right there, honey.
It's a fun film.
When he snaps that bed in half, I live.
It's so good. Okay, there we go. So yeah, a documentary there. Check it out. It's another interesting one and a twist. Okay, so I'll go with my last one, which I believe Yutaka is familiar with, but whether his brain will remember it or not is another thing because it was 7 months ago that we reviewed it.
Poor old Deborah.
We reviewed this through a awesome festival called the Unnamed Footage Festival, and this is the Collingswood Story. So this is a 2002 movie, and it is the first ever Screen Life film. So for those of you who don't know, that is a movie that is shot like Host or Unfriended, where it's set on a camera, like on a screen. So this was 2002, so this was the first time it ever been done. And basically the premise is this girl moves away for university and her boyfriend gives her a webcam so they can keep up to date and chat. And it just shows various conversations with her and her boyfriend, her and her best friend. Then she's like, her best friend's like, hey, I had the psychic that contacted my dead dad. Like, let's talk to them. So they like, it's like pay £1.50 an hour to talk to the psychic, who is just a bit crazy. And it basically turns out that the house that this girl has moved into has a very dark past, and they find that out through the psychic. And all I remember from our review is Yutaka being like, it's a great film, but that psychic needed to go.
Or can we talk about them like carrying the phone and seeing the phone cord? Like the phone cord would never make it. This bitch is going upstairs in the attic and still holding on to like the phone. Like, and I'm not talking about the receiver. I'm talking about the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
And if anybody should remember,
it's Yutaka.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's a really good film, and it's 82 minutes.
Well, no, it was mostly like the, you know,
like from Deborah Logan with the switchboard.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I like to picture myself as a nice Lily Tomlin.
Yutaka trying to connect to the Zoom. Yeah, like that's very that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, he answers it like the sister in Meet Me in St. Louis. Hello.
Never seen it.
You lost half of the bitches on the Zoom.
So. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Oh, thank you. In the next room.
I've seen the scene with the snowman where she goes, "It's always the same if we stay together." Like that silly bit that I've seen then when she sings the song. But that's not the Collingswood story. So the Collingswood story.
Whoa.
2002, check it out. It's on Shudder. It's a good film, and it's a cool twist. And I remember Yutaka actually didn't realize when we recorded it that it was from 2002, and he was like, actually, okay, I take away some of my grievances about this film because it was actually shot, you know, it is it was the first film that ever did like a PC, and now they're all doing them. But obviously inventing the wheel. So it's very good. I would check it out. And yeah, that's my last one. But while I've got a little bit of time left, I think we should, because I don't think we did it last week, but let's go round and give some movie recommendations for our peeps at home. I know Yutaka is bursting at the seams with some. So Yutaka, take it away.
Wow, why'd you have to bring weight into it, dick? So since
she is a fat cunt.
I nearly drowned this obese man.
I was rewatching it again. Oh my god, God bless. What's it called? Oh my god, that they have it for free.
Tubi.
Oh, I watch it while I'm editing. I'll just have it on the background.
It's so my
god.
Oh, anyway. But since David had brought up, you know, like horror films led by women or anything like that, I've got it. We've talked about it before, but I really do love it, and it's Watcher from Chloe Okuno, and that is a good one to watch, and that is also on Shudder, and it's just Jesus Christ, this film is gorgeous, like stunning. Yeah. And there's just some really tense moments, and it's so good. But yeah, I highly recommend that one.
Okay, thank you, Liam.
I don't have one.
You don't have any film to recommend. Okay.
Come back to me.
Well, David looks like he's searching for films.
I'm looking for mine because I forgot. Wait a minute.
Okay, well, I'll go then. I
forgot the name. Oh, fuck me. What's the name of the fucking movie?
My
come
one
again? No.
My one is also on Shudder again. And I don't think, well, we have mentioned it, but I don't know if we mentioned it in the recommendations. It is VHS 99. Because shocker. Yeah. No, it's great. And you will know that me and Yutaka live for the VHS series on this channel, so we've had a blast doing so many interviews. So make sure you go and check them out. But it's so great, and it's just another fantastic installment in the VHS franchise since Shudder's like reinvented it, and I all the talent is fantastic, and I can't wait to see the next one. So please do check
85.
it out. Oof, it's coming, baby,
with Gigi.
Yes, I'm so excited. The talent, perfection.
No.
Just hateful. Go on then. Has anybody at the bottom got theirs?
I got it.
Okay,
I remember.
Okay, we'll go David and then Liam then.
Okay, so I forgot her name. She's from Game of Thrones. Well, I know her name, but I don't know how to say it. The Game of Thrones,
Maisie Williams.
Okay, gotcha. There's this movie called The Owners. Is that came out in 2019 or 2019?
Yes.
I love this movie so much. I know it gets a lot of hate. Like it says low reviews or something.
Yeah.
But I live for it. It's been also old people. They're trying to break into this house that has like they got money and shit. So you know they're old. Oh my god, Nana, Grandpa, they're harmless and all that stuff. Honey, they bring it to this house. All hell break loose. And the things that they do, because it's like a bunch of people. It's like her and 2-3 other guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they break in, they're like, oh my god, no, no, do this. And then when the tables turn, it is crazy. But the ending is the most depressing ending I've ever seen in a movie.
God.
Oh yeah, it's sad. It's rough. It's rough. Oh, it's
well,
hard.
It's on Hulu, so I'm gonna have to watch that.
It is. I
really
like it.
intense.
Yeah,
because the characters are so like, ooh. Because at first you're like, they're assholes. Then you're like, oh my god, the grandparents are assholes. But then they're like, no, they had it coming, so kill them. You know, like it's a whole.
It's like Don't Breathe.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't seen the second one though. I have to see the second.
Yeah, I haven't seen the second one, but apparently it's not great. The first one's good though, but yeah,
not a vibe.
I do. But yeah, The Owners is great. I would check it out. Yeah, it doesn't. I agree with you. Like, there's a lot of people who think it's, but I don't mind it. It's something easy to put on, I think, and I like Maisie Williams. I think she's good.
And just for like the whole thing of it all, like just like when the grandparents they're not grandparents. We don't. I mean, but they're old bitches. But it's just like how they take over.
Cunt.
Yeah, and it's just like intense, and that end, I can't get that ending out of my head because it fucked me up.
It is. It's a lot. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Amazing. Oh, go on then, Liam. Send us home with yours.
So mine is Oculus with Karen Gillan. What's that for?
Okay.
No, Karen Gillan. Yeah, go on.
Shady. He is a shady bitch. Anyways, continue.
Oculus was a good film. Okay. Karen Gillan was excellent. I don't know who the other people in it were,
Rory
but
Cochrane.
I liked Karen. Okay, there we go. But I liked. Okay, but I liked Karen Gillan, and I got scared by it because as a very vain person, it takes a lot to put me off a mirror.
Takes the mirror a lot just to have you on it, but
no, it's quite easy to look.
Try Windex.
Look at me.
Is Oculus on Netflix? Was it on Netflix?
I've seen it on Netflix before.
Yeah,
I think I've seen the poster
maybe
on Netflix. Yeah.
I thought it was just a.
Or maybe on Arrow for you guys.
An Arrow.
Stop it!
I'm bringing that shit back. Okay, so Oculus.
Oculus. I couldn't remember what it was called. I was just like, "What's that Karen Gillan movie?" And that's why I started panicking.
It's a good one. Didn't Mike Flanagan do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, he did a short of that movie and then he turned it into a feature film.
To a feature, yeah.
I still have to see, but I saw it. What was a documentary? It was an interview about him, and I love hearing him talk. And I was like, he talked about it. I mean, I've seen everything else he's done except for that.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Midnight?
No, never mind. Sorry,
no.
Never mind.
Very hit or miss, but yeah. There we go. Okay, so Oculus. Thank you very much. Well,
isn't that the one where they're all dying of AIDS or something, and they're all
what is it? Oh, the new one.
Cancer.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Cancer.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. No, AIDS is American Horror Story.
The gay cancer.
City.
Yes.
Oh god.
But anyway, the less said about that, the better. Let's end on that note. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to support us, you can head over to Patreon. Link will be in the description below. You get early access. You get to watch me watch films that I'm forced to watch. You get loads of great stuff like that. It's fun. And also follow us on our social media at the Horror Hour TV on Twitter as long as it lives, and Instagram if it dies. So thank you very much, and yeah, until next time, guys. See you later. Bye.
You have been listening to the Horror Hour. See you next time.